But all right, give me one of your good stats.
Yeah. Well, I went with an individual offensive possession type of play because I think we've seen it come to light towards the end of games in clutch moments. Sometimes I think we're going to see it a lot come playoff time, especially in the fourth quarter. That I think a lot of times we see all the highlights and stuff on SportsCenter and Twitter and everything of Luka and the step back and the crazy threes and the game-winning three and all of that. And rightfully so. He's amazing. But one of the most underrated things where unless you are watching all of these games and you are looking at some of the numbers, literally one of the best offensive possessions for the Mavericks is Luka Doncic in the post. And we talked about, KP. I don't know what game it was a while back that to where it was in the fourth, and we had KP throwing it, an entry pass to Luka posting up. He went in for an easy, little one-handed push shot, like hook a little bit in the lane. It's like, what's going on? The 7-3 guys throwing it in the post to your point guard, which I know, Luka's not an average point guard. But when you look at Luka's post numbers, one, you do have to, account for the number of times he's actually been in the post for that offensive possession, which has only been 97 times. So if you just do the minimum 90 post-up possessions as an individual player, where does Luka rank points per possession in those possessions? He's third in the league behind Kawhi and behind
third most efficient post player among players that have had at least 90 possessions in the post.
Now, to give a little bit of context to that, Joel Embiid is fourth with 359 possessions.
That's a lot
in the post. There's only like a handful. There's only like a couple of them that have above 300 possessions, Jokic and Embiid. But even when you look at somebody like Kawhi Leonard is number 2 on this list. He has 146 possessions in the post. And, he's a little bit over Luka. Luka's at 1.14 points per possession when scoring in the post. He's shooting 59% in the post and scoring 57% of the time whenever he is posting up. I would give you a million guesses in the world for who is number 1 on this ranking. And you would never get it because it's Robin Lopez at 1.2.
I think if I had a million guesses, I would have got that.
Okay, maybe a million. But it's basically Robin Lopez, Kawhi Leonard, Luka, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris.
Ooh, is Valanciunas in there?
Valanciunas is 12th on this list. Jokic is 11th, AD 10, LeBron's in the top 10, Cantor's in the top 10. Yeah. But it just goes to show you whenever you look at this list and say, okay, how many primary ball handlers are in the top, 15, 20 of this list? There's not a ton. And when you're looking at it, it's basically LeBron and Luka. However you want to, classify Kawhi as far as he handles the ball on the wing, but I wouldn't say he's your primary ball handler. I just wanted to point that out. It's a very efficient play, not just for Luka, but for the Mavericks. And I think we're going to see this when it comes to these clutch moments and the Mavericks need a bucket. It might not always be Luka at the top of the key. Let's run a high pick and roll and let's let Luka do his magic. Maybe Luka magic can happen on the post too.